thanks for coming back to my channel, Stereo Studs. Today we're going to crack on with the unboxing, sort through a few more boxes. Again, I'll try and get 3 or 4 done. The scale of this whole operation is kind of becoming a little bit daunting, but we're going to crack on, see what we've got inside here, so let's do this. Okay, box 1, or box 5, I can't remember how many we got through last time. Box 1 today, so let's have a wee look at what's inside. Okay, first up we have the Lego Disney sort of mini castle, part of the mini castle series, 40720. It's the sort of newer Cinderella castle. I have been collecting these actually. I had no massive interest particularly in the larger ones, but I did quite like, I got, you know, the first of the mini Disney castles, and I really liked the build. I thought it was quite neat, lovely little display piece, so I've just sort of been continuing to gather these along the way. I may make a small sort of mini Disney castle display out of them. Time will tell on that front. I could alternatively just sort of get bored of them and move them all on, but that was the next one sort of in the line that I picked up anyway, so that's that. Next up then we have 40690. This was a gift with purchase from last year, I believe. It's the tribute to Jules Verne's books. Another gift with purchase that I just really liked. I just felt really compelled to get. I am looking forward to building this. I sort of love the minifigure and the little sort of training and well, boat models. So again, that in that sort of book format as well is quite nice for display, so I will be building that. Next up we have 40714, which is the merry-go-round ride that Lego brought out last year. Again, I don't plan on having a large theme park in my city. I love the idea of one, however they're quite space consuming and doesn't really fit into the sort of remit of what I want to do. So I sort of had to sacrifice the notion of that and have let quite a few of those sets sort of slip on by. However, I do like the idea of having a little sort of area maybe within and around the beach or something, little carnival style area where there might be a few little rides, and this looked like, you know, just a perfect little set that I could sort of factor into that. So fairly basic little build with some nice little rides. I'm trying to build it out a bit, gain some cool minifigures, and then obviously the first of the banana peels as well. So that definitely will be one for building. In here I've got a bag of minifigures as well. Just a load of random figures, it would seem. I think I've just picked these up on Marketplace or something, primarily for populating my city with a few painters, a few grocery store workers, a couple of sort of more elderly people, the Potter lady from the CMF, and what looks like a rail worker as well. So just a few little minifigures there anyway. Yeah, when I see sort of decent figures going at a good enough price, I'll always pick them up. A few more actually in another bag. These are all rail workers. Like I said, I do want to incorporate quite a bit of rail into the layout. So again, when I've seen these for sale on Facebook Marketplace or in eBay perhaps at a decent price, I do like to pick up a few as I go along. And then we have just a couple of the CMFs. I think it's the 25 series. We have the Toucan Lady, the little girl with her foal, and then that's great lady, I can't remember what she's called, but she did come with a little white chihuahua. I've got those largely just to get a few more animals. I like the toucan and the foal, and they're obviously only available through the CMF, so I picked those up just to get a few more animals. Next up we have another gift with purchase, 40689. This was actually a gift with purchase quite recently with Lego, within the last month or so, but I've got this well prior to that. I don't know what I'll do with this, or if I'll keep it for that matter. It's a nice little build. It would display quite nicely, and there are some minifigures as well, so I'll see on that one. I think that's just an empty box. Yeah. And then just some of the little base plates that come with the CMF. I can use them either for, you know, displaying the CMF, or alternatively for you know, using within builds. And then the last set in this box then is 76909. It's the Speed Champions Mercedes. That's the Formula 1 car and the safety car, I believe. I don't collect Speed Champions, however, you know, some of them do tend to do quite well in the aftermarket. Now, I like this one because it was a Formula 1 car. There was a couple of Formula 1 cars that started working their way through Speed Champions. Obviously, I purchased this prior to the announcements about all of the Formula 1 cars, so I don't know necessarily if there's a huge amount of value in this now or not, but it was a difficult set to get undiscounted anywhere at any point. So I think I picked this up on Lego at some point just to help me sort of work up towards a gift with purchase. Okay, so that's the end of that box. Okay, so next box. Right, okay, we've a few bits and pieces in here. So first up we have the Tribute to Galileo, set 40595. This again was a gift with purchase last year. This box has seen slightly better days. It's just another very cool gift with purchase that I really had to have. I just love that little scene. Again, I think there's quite a few of these sort of tribute style sets, and I think they would all make a nice little display together on a cabinet or on a shelf somewhere. So I've obviously had to get my hands on one of those. And apparently a second one as well, so we've picked up a couple of those, so most likely one to keep, one to sell on at some point. Next up then we have some brickheads. It's the 40626, that's the Minecraft zombie brickhead. I'm not a brickhead collector, but again, I've picked these up. I usually, when I'm trying to build up toward maybe a gift with purchase, I sort of use brickheads as fillers really. They're relatively inexpensive. They don't necessarily always do terribly well in the aftermarket, but you know, you're always going to get your money back at the very least, and there is a bit of room to move on them. So they're also very easy to sort of store and keep, so I'm picking them up largely for future sell on. Now the Minecraft brickheads, this time the Llama 40625. And then we got the Ahsoka Tano brickhead as well, 40539. Same stands for each of these purchases. They've been used to build up, and will all be set aside for future resale. These are quite loud. I've got a couple of these little Christmas Fun VIP add-on packs, 40609. I presume this is not Christmas past, but the one before, so it would have been Christmas 23. So I've picked up a couple of these. They're just fantastic part packs. There's lots of trees and just useful little bits in there. Not the sort of stuff you'll generally find sort of on pick-a-brick walls a lot of the time and so forth. So just nice to have, just as parts in the collection. And then 40658 is the Millennium Falcon holiday diorama. So this was obviously out last Christmas. It was very popular initially. Some great minifigures with interesting torsos. It was on sale quite a bit toward the end of 23, and again I've picked up a few of these to help build up baskets, and with the expectation that I'll be able to move that on. And then the last and main set in here, so this is one for me. This is Lego Ideas, the 50th Lego Ideas, set 21342. It's the insect collection. Just a cool piece. I love sort of nature, I love animals, I love insects. Great build, perfect for display. I couldn't really say no, so I've picked that up for myself to build at some point. Set that box aside, and we'll go and grab another one. Okay, so here's the third box today. Slightly bigger one, so I'll just sort of lift off the ground. I might need to move a few of these wee sets to the side as well for now. I'll put these over here. and we'll have a quick look at what's in here. Now there's a good few sets in here, but there's a couple of repeats. So first up, Jurassic World 76946. It's blue and beta, the Velociraptor capture set. Two things really that I've got this for. Number one, I love the molded dinosaurs, so I do try to collect and every one of those as they come out, just in order to have the complete set. You do also get great minifigures, and I love this wee truck that we pick up then. Another fantastic piece for my layout, and probably look at a recolor as well, maybe, because I've got two in here. So yes, I'll probably look at building them both, maybe recoloring one just for a bit of variety. Alternatively, I may sell one on. I know I picked these up quite cheap. They were on sale on Sainsbury's at some point, and I did get quite a few of them. So I might part it out, keep the car, maybe sell on the dinosaurs and the figures stuff. We'll see on that one. Next up then, another one of the Disney castles, mini castles. This one is 40613, which is the I want to say Agrabah, the castle from Aladdin. This one now obviously isn't doing quite as well as some of the other ones. It's been on sale for a long time, ever since I got this, and I got this some time ago, actually quite early in its release. I did initially like the gold parts that were contained within it, and thought, you know, they would add a bit of value to it, but I think the lack of a minifigure has probably hindered this one slightly. But we'll see what happens. Okay, we've now got a Dream set. It's 71456, Mrs. Castillo's Turtle Van. I got this just for the wee van. I thought it was quite cool. It's very VW-like. I have picked up quite a few of these as well, and I'm sure they'll slowly filter their way through these videos as we go along. I did manage to get them at a really good price. So, similar thing, I really just want this. There might be some other parts that I can utilize within, and then like there's the minifigures are probably not quite kind of what you'd expect in sort of a layout, but it's something that I can maybe look at moving on just to offset some costs. So, bought primarily for the van. And then lastly in here, so this is the original Disney Mini Castle 40478. Like I said, I did buy this initially for myself and have it built. Again, I used this as a set to top up my orders to hit gifted purchase thresholds at various points. It's a great wee set. Being the first in the line, I think it'll be quite desirable as they continue to bring more out. Sometimes those earlier sets do hold a lot more value, so it's also a great representation of the castle. So I do have a few of those in here, 4 in total. So that's all of those, and these will all be set aside for investment purchases and future resales. Okay, so the video is going on quite a bit, so I'm going to try and draw it to a close. I found one more smaller box, so we'll quickly rattle through it, and then I think we can probably wrap it up after that. So got it down on the ground here. Just a few wee sets in here. The first one is the Dark Knight Trilogy Batmobile Tumbler, the one that features Scarecrow and Batman, so 76239 is the set number. Again, I bought a couple of these up as investment pieces. I think they're already sort of doing reasonably well in the aftermarket, and I think they will continue to do so. I know quite regularly the Tumbler's re-released. The Scarecrow minifigure in this is quite desirable, so I've got a couple of those. Go. And then lastly, quite a boring set to finish. It's 60304. It's just one of the City Road plates. When I see these on offer, I generally pick them up. I haven't decided in my city if I'm going to use these road plates or if I'm going to use brick built roads. I'm absolutely not using the old road plates, the base plate ones, because whilst I will be going for a mill style, I will be building my mills on plates rather than base plates. So it'll all sit a little bit higher than it would if we were working off plates, and that just gives me a bit more flexibility for, you know, for size and things and scale. And I don't really want to have to go cutting base plates and so forth. So I figured it's a bit easier if I do it that way. So just like I said, I pick those up when they're on offer just so that I have them should I need them. Worst case scenario, they're good for covering large areas in grey. But we'll leave it there. I'll just give these a wee reorganize on the table just so you can see them all a bit better, and then we'll wrap up the video. Alright, so that pretty much wraps up this video. We've got another good few boxes unpacked there, quite a few sets then that I can get sort of filed away and just help me free up a bit more space in here, so I can crack open a couple more and see what hides inside. Anything interesting that you see here or anything you want to ask about, drop me a wee comment. And if you've enjoyed this content, please don't be afraid to give me a thumbs up. I will be pumping these videos out for a good while, I would think, given the volume of boxes we have in here. So if you enjoyed it at all and want to be kept up to date, then drop us a wee subscribe and hit that bell icon to give you the notifications when a new video goes up. Thank you again for tuning in. Take care.